Today we'll just see the symmetry property under the Fourier series. So the symmetry property, what it says is, if x of t's Fourier series is x of k, then we are observing these 3 points. So the first point is, if the given x of t is just a real, then I can say x conjugate of k. X conjugate of k is equal to x of minus k. So these are the observation we make under the symmetry property. So if x of t is real, you know what is real? It is not a complex number. That means x of t is equal to a plus ib. In that, I can say this ib is not at all present. Only it is having the real number, real element. Then my observation is x conjugate of k is equal to x of minus k. Just make a note of this. Then the second observation is, if x of t is real and even, if x of t is real and even, then the imaginary of x of k is equal to 0. That means my x of k will be having only the real element, that means only a. It won't have any imaginary element. So the imaginary of x of k is equal to 0 at what condition? If x of t is real and even. Similarly, the third observation is, if x of t is real and odd, then the real element is 0. Real of x of k is 0. That means a will not be present. Only you will be having j or I, b. So only the imaginary element will be present when your x of t is real and odd. So with this point, we will move on to the problems. So these are the three observations. Sometimes they may ask you to write about symmetry property. So write the characteristics of symmetry property. So you should be able to write these 3 points. So now I want you to just copy this question. So for the signal x of t is equal to, signal x of t is equal to sine of omega naught t, sine of omega naught t, find the Fourier series, find the Fourier series and draw its spectrum, and draw its spectrum. So find Fourier series means I need to find capital X of t from the given data of x of t. So using x of t, I should find x of k, and for that x of k, I need to draw the spectrum. That means I need to draw the amplitude separately and phase separately. So now, if the given question is having sinusoidal component or cosine component, we can just expand the given sine of omega naught t. See, originally, you all know very well, we have a formula for x of k also. So x of k is equal to, we will be having a formula like this, 1 by t integral x of t e power x of t e power minus j k. Refer your notes. This is the formula we have given to find out x of k from x of t. See, but you don't use this formula to find x of k when the input is in sine form and cosine form. So when input is in sine form or cosine form, without using the formula of x of k, easily we can get the x of k expression. So the methods are, the first step is, x of t was given in terms of sine. So using the Euler's formula, so I know what is Euler's formula. Sine theta is equal to e power plus j theta minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j. So since for sine and cosine I have the Euler's relation, Euler's formula, So I want to just expand the sign in terms of Euler's theorem. So it is 1 by 2j e power j. In place of theta, I have omega naught t. So it is e power j omega naught t minus 1 by 2j e power minus j omega naught t. So this is the first step. So after writing the first step, let me write the formula of x of t. So x of t in terms of x of k, I have a standard formula. X of t is equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k, capital X of k e power plus j plus jk omega naught t. So now I'm just going to compare the expression of that formula with my expanded term. Okay. So before comparing, so let me just write. See here, we have e power in the formula e power plus j k omega naught t. So here, if you see, in place of k, I have nothing, so I can consider as 1. So that's why I have highlighted that 1 within the bracket. So when we compare the standard formula with this, I will understand that my k value is equal to 1. So similarly, the second term also, I should take the k value as minus 1 because in the formula of x of t, I have e power plus term. So I should take k value as minus 1 because I want e power plus here, e power plus j. So I will just take minus 1 within the bracket. See, this minus 1 is now equal to k. Do you have any doubts in this, up to this? Why we are arranging that 1 within the bracket and what is the method we are following here? Any confusion? I hope it is clear, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now, what I want is, I want x of k as per the question. So x of k, see, since my k value is 1 here, so I will be able to write x of 1. Okay, x of 1. X of 1 is equal to, I want to just compare these two things. So whatever is there along with e power term, that is your x of k. If you just compare it, okay, just assume that the summation is expanded like this. So in the original formula, we have a summation. Assume that the summation is expanded such that we are getting two terms. So after expanding the summation, we are getting two terms. Then in the formula, we have e power term. So leaving e power term along with e power term, we have x of k. So whatever is present over here, that is nothing but your x of k. So x of k in particular, it is x of 1. So I can write my x of 1 value as 1 divided by 2j. I hope everyone can follow this. 1 divided by 2j. So similarly, can anybody guess what is my next x of k value? What should be written within the bracket here?
Minus 1 by 2j.
No. Is it x of k? What is the bracket here? It is minus 1 or plus 1 for the second term? It is
minus
minus 1. Okay, very good. Minus 1. Okay. So which is equal to, so what you said is exactly correct, is minus 1 divided by 2. So we are just analyzing the standard formula of x of t with this x of t expression, and then we will be able to write x of k. That means x of 1. For this problem, x of k is nothing but x of 1 and x of minus 1. So I could get these answers very easily. So once the question is in terms of sine or cosine, using Euler's formula, you have to expand it and you have to compare the x of t formula with the x of t which you have got in your question. So final answer is x of 1 is equal to 1 by 2j, x of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by 2j. So I hope you don't have any confusion here. So since still our work is not completed, because in the question they have asked us to draw the spectrum. So drawing spectrum is nothing but I need to first calculate the magnitude and then the phase. After calculating magnitude and the phase, then I can draw the spectrum. So just let me show you the screen. See, I have written comparing the equation with the standard formula. I can get this x of 1 and x of minus. And one more thing is, I have to summarize the answer. How to summarize the answer? My x of k value will be equal to 0. When it will be equal to 0? When k is not equal to plus 1 and minus 1. I hope you can understand this. When k is equal to 1 and minus 1 only, I am getting the answer. So when k is not equal to minus 1 and plus 1, my value of x of k will be equal to 0. So now, now I need to calculate the magnitude. Okay, so calculating the magnitude. So let me just draw the x-axis here. So x-axis. So this is my 0, 1, 2, and here it is minus 1 and minus 2. So I can say this is my y-axis, magnitude of x of k. Magnitude of x of k. Okay, magnitude of x of k. So I need to calculate, I will get the magnitude at two positions. One is at minus 1, another one is at plus 1. So let me take at plus 1. So the amplitude, see this is like A plus IB format, A plus IB or JB. So since here A is equal to 0, when I take the magnitude here, 0 square plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Imaginary term, A square plus B square. So my amplitude here it is, the magnitude here it is just 1 by 2. So I can mark at 1. At 1, I can mark the amplitude as, see here it is 1 by 2. Similarly, can anybody tell me how to, what is the value for magnitude at minus 1 position, value of magnitude minus 1 position? So A square is again 0 here, plus B square is minus 1 by 2 the whole square. So what will be the magnitude now again? Is it 1 by 2? So we have completed the plotting of magnitude spectrum. So after completing the magnitude spectrum, we should draw the phase spectrum. So to draw the phase spectrum, let me just draw the axis. So again I will draw 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2 here, and I will just mark this as angle of phase means angle. So angle of x of k. So now listen here. Here we have A plus IB. So 0, A in place of A we have 0 plus IB. That means J 1 by 2. So as per the formula of phase, I know it is tan inverse B by A. Tan inverse B by A. So B in place of B I have 1 by 2. The whole divided by 0. So anything by 0, can anybody tell me what is the answer? Anything by 0. Harshita, what is the answer?
Infinity.
Infinity. Okay, infinity. Very good. So tan inverse of infinity. Tan inverse of infinity. So you know what is the angle? What angle you will get infinity in tan? So the angle is 90 degree. So at 1 I could find the angle as 90 degree. So at 1 I will just mark the 90 degree. Okay, 90 degree. I have marked 90 degree. So similarly, when we take the angle for this again, it will be 90 degree only. But since we have minus sign here, so I will just mark at minus 1 the angle as 90 degree like this. Because of minus sign, the quadrant will be different. Okay, you won't get in this first half. This quadrant you won't get. So you will be having the answer here 90 degree.
Ma'am, it's minus pi by 2, ma'am.
Minus pi by 2. Okay, very good. Minus pi by 2. Okay. So I hope you all understood this problem. See, in my notes, I think I have done the mistake in plotting the phase. So when you just refer my notes, you don't take my answer. So I have written this notes long back. I would have written very fastly. I would have done the mistake here. See, this is wrong actually. So at 1 actually we should get plus 90 degree. Okay. And at minus 1 we should get minus 90. So I want to solve similar problem. Okay. So I don't do second problem now. I will solve the similar problem, then I'll come back to the second problem. So the third problem, I think it is similar to, yeah. So I want to make you familiar if the question is in terms of cos and sin. Okay. So if question is in terms of cos and sin, originally we don't use x of k formula to get the x of k. We'll try to expand this using Euler's formula, and then we will compare this with the standard x of t formula. So now the problem is, your first question was having only one term, but here you are having two terms, and also your frequency here is different. See, first term is having 4 and the second term is having 8. First copy this question, then we will start the solution. So determine the Fourier series representation of the signal x of t is equal to cos 4t plus sin 80 and draw the spectrum. So as I already told, I have two terms here. So if I have two terms, at least my frequency should be same. Here the frequencies are different. If the frequencies are different, okay, I should be able to get the common frequency. So, you know, generally cos expression we will represent it as cos omega naught t, and sine we will represent it as sine omega naught t. Okay, sine omega naught t. And since I have two frequencies, I will write this omega naught 1 and this is omega naught 2. So when I compare this standard equation with the given question, my omega naught 1 is equal to 4. You can write it omega naught 1 is equal to 4 and omega naught 2 is equal to 8. So our work is finding the common omega naught. So how to find the common omega naught? The formula is I have to take the GCD of omega naught 1 and omega naught 2. So you can see in the screen GCD. You know how to find the GCD. Okay. So GCD of omega naught 1 and omega naught 2. Suppose if you have omega naught 3 also in the equation, then comma omega naught 3. So for all the three numbers, you have to take the GCD. So GCD you know very well. So 4 into 1 is equal to 4, okay, and 4 into 2 is equal to 8. So here the common multiple is 4. So I will take GCD as 4. That means GCD of 4, 8 is equal to 4. That is nothing but my omega naught. So omega naught is equal to 4. So we will keep this aside, okay? Finding omega naught. We will use it later. My next work is expanding the given question. I know my given question is, I think it is cos term first. Is cos 40, then next is plus sin 80. So let me just expand it using the Euler's formula. So cos 40, you know how to expand it. This 1 by 2 e power plus j theta. In place of theta, we have 40 plus 1 by 2 e power minus j theta. Similarly, sine also you will be expanding in the same fashion. So 1 by 2j e power j 80 minus 1 by 2j e power minus. So we have just expanded it, and after expanding, I told you because my standard equation is having k in the, see, I will just show you the standard formula. X of t is equal to k is equal to minus into plus infinity. X of k e power plus jk omega naught t. So if I compare this e power term with the first expression, okay, I have in place of k, I have the number 1. This 4 I have not disturbed. Why? Because I found it as omega naught is equal to 4. Omega naught is equal to 4. So this omega naught, in place of omega naught, I have already 4 here, so I will not disturb it. So I hope you can follow it. Similarly, the second term I should write the e power term properly. So if I write it, the power I will be having minus 1 within the bracket, that is nothing but my k. And here, the last two terms, if you see, this 8, I should split it into 4. So 2 into 4. Why? Because my 4 is omega naught. So this 2, now I will consider as k value. That's it. Similarly, the second term, I will write minus 2 within the bracket. So that minus 2 is nothing but my k value. So now I hope you understood why we found omega naught. Okay, omega naught, just to write the powers of e power term properly, I found omega naught. Since I found omega naught as 4, this 4 I have not disturbed it. This 4 I have not disturbed it. In second term, I did not have 4 visibly, but I can write in terms of such that I could get the k values properly. Any doubts here? Anyone? Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, fine. So now can anybody tell me what and all x of values we got here from the uh, expression which we got? Can I take, I got x of 1, right? Similarly, can I say I got x of minus 1? And can I say similarly I have got x of capital X of 2? And similarly, I have got x of minus 2. So now you should say what is the value exactly here, x of 1. So when you compare with the standard expression, okay, so I can say x of 1 is 1 by 2. I hope you can follow this. Similarly, x of minus 1 is also 1 by 2. What about x of 2? X of 2 is 1 by
1 by 2.
and x of minus 2 is minus 1 by 2. Okay, I hope this is very, very clear for everyone. If the question is in terms of cos and sin. And I need to summarize my answer. What is the summary? The summary is x of k is equal to 0. When it will be equal to 0, when I can write when k is not equal to plus or minus 1. Similarly, plus or minus 2. Okay. See, even in this question, they are asking you to plot the spectrum. Okay. So plotting the spectrum, you know how to plot the spectrum. We need to calculate the magnitude separately and we need to calculate the phase separately. So I will just show you the answer in my notes. So how it is written. So I have summarized my answer like this. Okay. So now if I take at minus 1, if I try to find the minus 1, at minus 1 the magnitude, so it is 0, a is 0 and b is 1 by 2. So a square plus b square, the whole root is again 1 by 2. So at minus 1 I have drawn 1 by 2. The amplitude is 1 by 2. So this is magnitude, so magnitude x of k. Similarly, I want to find the magnitude plus 1. So plus 1, if you see, again it is 0, a square plus b square is 1 by 2, the whole square with the root. So again the amplitude is 1 by 2. Similarly here, for x of minus 2 also, it is 0, a square is 0 square plus b square is minus 1 by 2 the whole square. So minus minus becomes plus. So within the root, if I take, again my answer is 1 by 2 only. So at minus 2 is also 1 by 2 and at plus 2 is also 1 by 2. So I hope you all understood how we got the magnitude plot here. And I need to draw the phase plot. So phase plot, I need to find first at minus 1. At minus 1, okay, at minus 1 I have only the real term. I do not have the imaginary term. So what my formula says, tan inverse b by a. B is 0 here, divided by a, 1 by 2. So tan inverse of 0, okay, tan inverse of 0 by any number is 0. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is 0. Okay, so you can see here at minus 1 I have plotted 0, and even at plus 1 also it is having only real term. So here it is 0, and I think here also I have done some mistake, I guess. For magnitude plus 2, that means x of plus 2, it is 1. Okay. I'm sorry. I did not see the J part. Even the first problem, the plot is also correct. Just explain why it is, what is wrong here. Listen here. So it is 1 divided by J is in the denominator. Okay. So we should have J in the numerator. Then we should have the number. Then our consideration is correct, tan inverse of b by a. But here denominator is having j. If denominator is having j, I should try to take the denominator to the numerator. If I want to take the denominator to the numerator, what I will do is I will just multiply and divide by j. Okay, multiply and divide by j. So if I multiply and divide by j, the numerator I will get j. The denominator j square is minus 1. Okay, so can I take this as minus 1 by 2 into j? Minus 1 by 2 into j. So now I want for this x of 2, I want to find the angle. So now the angle is tan inverse of 1 minus 1 by 2 by 0. So since you are having minus sign here, this minus 90 degree for plus 2 only. I think there is no confusion here, right? So I just did not see the position of j when I was discussing the first problem. The j should be in the numerator. Then only we can apply this formula tan inverse d by e. But in all our problems, j is in the denominator. So somehow I should try to push it to the numerator. So am I clear now? Am I made you the concept clear? This at plus 2, why the angle is minus 90 degree? Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So similarly, can you try at minus 2? See, minus 2 again, I have j in the denominator, okay? J in the denominator. So this should be push it to the numerator. So how to push it? Multiply and divide. So when I multiply and divide, I will get j in the numerator, and the denominator I'll be having again one more minus. Okay, so minus minus cancels. So I will be having only 1 by 2 into j. 1 by 2 into j, j is in the numerator. So now at minus 2, I'm having 0 plus 1 by 2 into j. So if I take the formula, apply the formula tan inverse d by a, I will be getting positive angle 90 degree, 5 by 2. So even you people should be careful with this j position. I forgotten completely when I was solving the first problem. So j should be in the numerator, so you should make it to the numerator position. So when you make that changes, automatically the angles are like this. For positive value of k, it is minus 90 degree. For the negative value of k, it is plus 90 degree. So I want you to just change it for the first problem also. Okay. The first problem, I did not explain this concept of j position. So can you people make the changes, everyone? Have you done, everyone here? See this book, this answer is correct. What is drawn here is correct. Okay. Is Harshita, everyone done, ma? Ambika, the changes in the first problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now I want you to just take the second problem. So I will just complete the second problem and then I will stop the class, but the meeting is showing only 5 minutes. So you need to join for the next meeting for 5 to 10 minutes to complete this problem. Okay, so I will tell you next meeting also you should attend, but I will not take the complete session. Till I complete this problem, I will take the second meeting. That's it. Just copy the question, find the Fourier series coefficient for the periodic signal x of t with period 2 given by x of t is equal to e power minus t. X of t is equal to e power minus t. So they have given the range of t. T is between minus 1 and plus 1. So now the question x of t is not in sinusoidal form or cosine form. If it is not, then I have to use the original formula of x of k to find out the x of k. So make it clear, we have to use the formula of x of k to find x of k. If the question is not in terms of cos form or the sine form. Okay. So now, before we apply the formula, I should know, because in the formula I have omega naught. E power omega naught I have. Let me find omega naught. So omega naught is equal to 2 pi by t. We know very well. So 2 pi divided by, in place of period, they have given 2 directly in the question. So when you substitute it, you will be getting omega naught as pi. omega naught is equal to pi. So this is the basic step, omega naught is equal to pi. So after we get it, we will just write the formula x of k is equal to 1 by t integral over t. Here the t value is given here, minus 1 to plus 1. So we will be later applying that. So I'm just writing the formula with this standard format, integral over t, x of t e power minus jk omega naught. So now I'm just applying the limits, applying the values. So in place of t, I will write 2. So I will get 1 by 2 outside integral, and integral between minus 1 to plus 1. In place of x of t, I will be substituting e power minus t. And in this question, I have e power j minus jk. And in place of omega naught, I will be substituting pi into t dt. That's it. Okay. So now, you know what is the next step you can do it. Since we have two e power terms, preferably you have to combine it together. Then only you can perform the integration easily. So you can see in the screen, I have just taken minus t outside. If I take minus t outside, I will get 1 plus j k pi within the bracket into d. See, you can take even plus j also, plus also outside. It depends on you, okay? So there is no rule that which symbol we should take outside, whether the minus or plus. So here, accordingly, the values will be different, but final answer will be same. So I have taken minus. If you want, you can solve with plus here. If you take plus here, then the first term will be minus, and the second term will be minus. Since we have two minus terms inside, just to make it easier, I think we have taken minus sign outside here in my notes. Or it is your wish. However you want, you can solve it. So you know how to perform the integration. So it is 1 by 2 is a constant term outside, and it is with respect to dt t. So it is e power minus of this complete term, the whole divided by this minus of 1 plus j k pi. So you have to substitute the limit minus 1 to plus 1, minus 1 to plus 1. I just want you to just try to apply the limits. Apply the limit, and the denominator you can move it outside because denominator does not have any t expression. You can move it outside. So you can see in my screen, I have just substituted the upper limit minus 1 and minus of lower limit. So the denominator minus together I have taken it outside. You can see here. Okay. See, the meeting is showing less than 1 minute. Okay. And you people join back just to complete this and to take the attendance. So after substituting the upper limit and lower limit, I need to do the further simplification. So that we will just continue, or you people just try understanding it. We'll continue the discussion once we connect back.